Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Since I was born, been stacking my coin. These niggas pop, my money keep growing. Your girl is a dot, she all on my groin. She blowing my horn, we fuck like porn. These rappers is whack, they lyrics is corn. I'm getting this money, it never get born. I'm loading my strap, they calling law. Fuck around and you clap for running your jaw. If it ain't about the dollars, then it don't make sense. Got me sipping brown water, but it ain't from Flint. Trying to chase all this bread, though the shit won't last. About to shut the city down like a crypto crash.
Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks.
Thing sucks.
We'll do it live. Okay.
Do it live. We're doing it live. We're watching it live. History in the making. Bitcoin decoupling from the NASDAQ. Should I be a voiceover actor? I don't know. Maybe not. Probably not. I'll stick to my day job. Day trading. Shout out to everybody out there in the house already. We've got about 14-15 people jumping on X, about 7 or 8 on YouTube. Let's get the YouTube views up. I'm doing a new time, so just trying to get everyone in the algorithm acclimated to the new time that we're streaming in the morning, 9:30-ish Eastern Standard Time, to, you know, pretty much trade the open. A little late today, but we're here. It's overslept. Wu said CBTV price going up. I was on last night with my guy 𝗪𝗘𝗘𝗫, and we had a special guest jump on. My guy Big Homie CC jumped on with us. I'll try to drop a link in the community post on YouTube of that video. Great conversation. Make sure you guys go check out the 𝗪𝗘𝗘𝗫, doing excellent content. Going in hard right now with the content. Hyman said, yes, if they ever bring back the Boondocks, that voice. Classic, man. The Boondocks is classic. All right, so let's get into it, man. Let's get right into it. Bitcoin continuing its decoupling. It seems we made great. I don't know if you watched the live stream yesterday. I went long in the morning, pretty much right at the open. Let me bring this up really quickly so we can go through this. I went long at the open on a scalp trade. Let's bring up the scalp trade chart. Let's look at this, because this was a great trade. Hit the refresh button here. Hit that like button as you guys get in here. Just waiting for the script to load on the chart. This is strange. I've never seen this happen before. What's going on? They don't want the power of the Bloodalytics is slowing down trading view. There we go. There we go. So as you guys can see here, we went long yesterday. Where was it? Yesterday, right here. And I took profits and I closed out because I had to get out of here. I closed out around here. Thank God I did. Even if I didn't, you know, would have tried to go short and then would have turned around and gone long for even bigger gains. But this was the pop that the Bloodalytics scalping system gave us at about 9:46 today or yesterday. And boom, shakalaka. I put a Bitcoin worth of longs on that one, on the scalp. And it did well, because remember, we tried to go short on Ethereum before that, took a $200-300 loss, but we made it up. We made it up on the Bitcoin long. Made $1,000 on that trade yesterday. So $700 and some dollars net for yesterday's trading. That's a good wage in my book. I don't know about you. I know a lot of you out there, you know, trillionaires, big crypto trillionaires out there, but hey, that's good money for me. Enzo in the building. Blood, you heard Sui's main dex 𝗙𝗘𝗘𝗫 got hacked for 100 million. Oh my God, I didn't. That is that's devastating. That's crazy. That stuff's going to continue to happen, man. We're in the land of really no, like, there's no safety net. There's no insurance. I'm sure these companies have operating insurance, business insurance, but there's no way you can have insurance for 100 million, you know. So you're going to continue to see these types of hits occur, unfortunately, in the crypto markets. It's not like the funny money game that we're in, where in the traditional system, you know, someone steals some money and they just print money and replace it and keep it going. You know what I mean? They just keep it going. So at any rate, great trade, scalp trade yesterday. I don't think I have anything set up for today because we're so long, so far in the longs for that particular trade. We can go back to it and see what we got on the table for Bloodalytics scalping. You can get this chart, $24 a month, cancel anytime, but you get 2 pairs already set up, and then the indicator on TradingView, you can do whatever. You can go and modify it under invite only. You'll see it public, Bloodalytics. You can modify that, the parameters, and add that to whatever pair you want, but I do give you 2 scalping pairs to get you started. Okay, great to trade. I say this all the time. You can trade it whenever you want, but I find it being most effective during the US sessions. So, you know, pair that with whatever trading strategy you have, and you will see the results for yourself. So at this moment, I don't see a trade for us. Again, long in the tooth on that long trade on Bitcoin and Ethereum, same thing. So, and the Ethereum one, I should have traded that one. I just didn't have time. We ended up kind of toggling back and forth here, but right here we really smacked it. 1 o'clock, 1:30 yesterday. Nice long. We were able to take all that and close out right here. So we were taking profits on the way down. We closed out here, and then we end up going long last night into today's trading session. So really, really cool day. Let's take a look at, because it's, you know, the whole narrative about decoupling. I want to see what we got about decoupling, if it's true or not. And unfortunately today, it's not so much a true situation. The decoupling is kind of seemed like it stopped a little bit because we now have the NASDAQ moving up as well. Today is coming out the gate pretty strong, up 0.7%. Bitcoin for the day is up. It's up more than, definitely more than the NASDAQ, but it typically is. You know, Bitcoin and the crypto markets move much stronger, and that's why I love trading this market. It moves much stronger than your traditional markets do. So we do see NASDAQ and Bitcoin going in the same direction. So I'm not calling that a decoupling today. I told you we needed to watch because the last couple of days were unusually rare. It was rare to see Bitcoin making strong moves up, taking out all-time highs, and then seeing the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones and the S&P heading lower. So we're on the same page today. At this point, look at that. Ethereum up almost 6%. Good God. Round of applause for that. Solana, that's my buddy right there. I think Solana's going to do very well. Outperform Ethereum, Bitcoin, and pretty much all the other top 10 coins, in my opinion. Solana's up 4.5%. Let's take a look at the swing trades we got on deck. We do have a couple of swing trades. If I bring this list up, we have we're long, and we've been long since yesterday. We're long Ethereum, Bitcoin, NEAR, Solana, BNB, and TRX. So 6 trades, all long. Let's take a look at those really quickly. So we have, I got to load the swing trading chart up. See what we got going on. Hit that like button, guys, as we get started. Let's see, Northside. What up, Blood? How you living, bro? Doing good, man. Thanks for tuning in, Northside. Appreciate it, brother. Doing well. Getting back into the swing of things, my friend. Getting back into the swing of things. Took about a month and a half off. Almost didn't come back. Almost didn't come. All right, so here we go. Bitcoin long, looking great. Look at that swing Bloodalytics trade right there. This is from Monday. We've been in this long. We've been in this long since Monday. Oh my God! So just nibbling off the rally. You fade the rallies, you buy the dips. So boom, you know, every purple area is a take profit. So that's what we're getting here along the way, going up. So that's great. Just took another take profit at 7:30 this morning. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum, very similar narrative. We have a long trade. We opened on Ethereum at 9:30, right at the opening on Monday. And we've been carrying this the whole way. BNB, different story. We've been having some toggling back and forth with BNB. We went long on Tuesday, took some profits, tried to go short here on Wednesday, yesterday morning, but ended up turning back around and going long again yesterday around 9:30, and we're still carrying that long. NEAR, same thing as BNB, kind of going back and forth, but we ultimately got it right, and we're nicely in the long there. Now NEAR, I tell you guys all the time, with this algo, boy, when it gets it right, it gets it right. I'm talking about at 50x and that's the leverage I usually trade the algos on, because my stop losses are very tight, no more than really like 1/3%, maybe 0.5% on the stop loss. So my liquidation, I can leverage up. I can do 50x. But on a 50x trade with NEAR, you consistently get, when you get it right, you consistently get an 800%, 1,000% return on your margin. So if you put, let's just use an easy number, $1,000 in margin, which would be $50,000 on a trade, you're making bank, man. That $1,000 is 10,000 on that trade. If you did 1,000% return on margin, on your $1,000 margin. So that's why I like this one. This has saved me a lot. The NEAR trade, NEAR pair with the algo. Solana, we're talking about definitely some back and forth going on here. Yesterday was a toggle fest for Solana, going back and forth, going back and forth. So we drew down a little bit there on Solana, but hopefully we can start making up for it today. Took some profits earlier or late last night at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard, and we're just waiting it out. We're seeing what's going on. It'll be great to see Solana get back to its damn near, where did it go? It went to like, what was Solana's high? It was up here in the 200s and something, right? It's doing great. Yeah, almost got to 300, or did it get to 300? It got very close to 300, 295. So we got a lot of room to go if Bitcoin can sustain itself above these levels of $110,000, $111,000 Bitcoin. And speaking of Bitcoin, let's take a look at Bitcoin. The Trump top has been overtaken. What I was really watching was this is my chart right here, guys. I love this total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then I overlay a signal that I've developed for this. But more so, what's important to watch here are your slope trends. So your slope up, this was one we were watching. So we finally broke back above this trend line because we were kind of teetering back and forth. We broke below it and we started to stay below that, and I was a little concerned because I started to see a few waves up and attempts to break back through, but we've now broken back through and above this trend line, which is good. Next target would be roughly just shy of 1 trillion, so $986 billion target for the altcoins. So definitely look out for that. Another wave up probably is going to happen with the altcoins. If we get to $990 billion market cap on the altcoins, expect Bitcoin to probably get to that 115 range. And there are some liquidations up there. I think that's what the market's trying to spike up there on the short side and liquidate some people. If I'm not mistaken, I remember maybe about a month ago someone talking about some levels at 115, 117. Somebody in the chat room, let me know if you know anything about those levels. Enzo says here, a lot of talk about bond markets like Japan and US pushing Bitcoin back. Companies like 𝗪𝗘𝗘𝗫, you saw that rise? I think you were the one that told me about 𝗪𝗘𝗘𝗫's rise the other day. I did not take a look at that. Bitcoin is winning and will always be. I see a $2,800, $3,000 ETH by the end of the month. If the momentum is kept like now, it's government FOMO for Bitcoin. Let's see here. So like 270. Yeah. Howdy. Ben Simmons is back. He said, how about that Aerodome? Still thinking she will be a gem. 4 is my favorite conservative part. 20 if all goes right. Average 566. Turned off the DCA for time being. I hear that, man. Not sure about the levels, but the Bitcoin Pi cycle top was 128 or so. Let's go look at I want to, and thank you for reminding me to look at Plan B's chart. I love to see where maybe I should have put Bitcoin, because look what we got here. Plan B, one step morning after pill. Okay. Alrighty then. Not talking about that Plan B, though I'm sure some of you have gone down that path. Plan BTC. Let's go to the well, where's the chart? Show me the chart. There it goes. All right, so the stock to flow model. What do we have as far as Bitcoin tracking the stock to flow model? So right now, if I zoom in a little bit, oh shoot, I hate this chart actually, because the way the user experience is not. How do I reset? Come on, man. Let me refresh. I hate the way this user experience is on this chart. Like, if I click the chart, it should drag it. I don't want it to zoom But let's do the Zoom. Let's do it their way. All right. So what we have here, Bitcoin at, well, I can't really, let's zoom in some more. Let's zoom in some more. Okay, 111. You can barely see it. 111 price end of today. Stock to flow says we should be at 246. Now we did catch up to stock to flow back here in November of last year. We really just crossed or tapped it at 97K. And then we had the blow off top in January. January 20th, we got to 109. That was inauguration. I called top there. And we've been kind of decoupling from the path ever since January 20th. Now we're starting to, you know, catch back up. How many of you think we are going to get or catch back up to the stock to flow levels of 250, 240K Bitcoin? That's where it has it. That's very interesting. Very interesting. So with the stock to flow, you know, you really want to buy in the green, which means, I don't know what green means. I'm going to be honest with you. But that's where you want to buy, is in the green zones. Because after the green zones are over, you start to see another wave up. And the yellow is like, I guess, yellow, red, oversold. But even this area where it was red, it ended up moving even higher. Here we go with this UI experience again. So I don't know. I don't know what the hell this days until next halving. Oh, okay. So that's what that's what this is. So the red, yellow, orange, green, rainbow pattern here is showing us days to halving. So the blue will be like 0 days until the next halving. So these blue zones are your halvings. And that makes sense. So your red zones are your furthest away from the next halving, which would be like 1400 days roughly. So that's what the pattern means. I should just read the chart. Read the labels on the chart, my friend. So yeah, let me know what you think about this and how accurate is it. You know, everyone was poo-pooing it for some time. Oh, plan B is dead. That doesn't work. Stock to flow doesn't work anymore. But people have such short memories. That's why your snake oil salesman, they can get away with it because everyone got short memories. They call this and call that and do that, and then they're wrong, but no one remembers. It seems like. So this is a great position. I personally think if we stay above, I'm really looking not so much at Bitcoin. Of course, you guys know I'm always keeping my eye on TradFi and seeing what's going on there. As I talked about in yesterday's video, you know, the correlation coefficient for the NASDAQ and Bitcoin is roughly historically about 80% or 0.8 coefficient. So us seeing a decoupling the last few days is not out of the ordinary. It's not out of the ordinary. That would constitute the 0.2 coefficient that isn't correlated. So I need to watch, and you need to watch, what the equity markets are doing. Dow just went flat. But you like midterm, short term, you need to just watch where the Dow is going. If Trump and his team can continue on their path of doing with their agenda without hurting the stock market, which I don't know how you can walk that tightrope, God bless them. But I don't think we're gonna run into some issues. I think Trump tax bill clears the House in a victory for Republicans, advances to the Senate. So this is probably why we're seeing a little bump today. But I have to call a spade, man. This tax bill adds more debt to our deficit. Like, even the people that want to sincerely help can't help our situation. It's that bad. So I don't know what we're gonna do when interest payments eclipse even Social Security. We're on that path. I don't know when we're projected to pass Social Security as far as our interest, our expenses, but it's soon. It's very soon. Let me see if I can bring up a chart on that. Let's see. May 23rd. So this is pretty... Oh, that's from last year. What is this? Council of Foreign Relations. That was last year. I need something more recent. Dang, man, why am I not seeing anything here? Military spending. Let me try that. Images. I saw a bar chart the other day, and I wish I could have pinned it. Yeah, that's not it. What's this? Maybe I should just go to X and find it, right? Round of applause. Let's see. Interest payments versus... Let's try that. Let's see what we got here. This is from May 6th. So not too distant in the past. The U.S. government now spends more money on interest payments on the national debt of which is 1.11 trillion than it does on national defense, 1.10 trillion. Okay, but I wanted to see... All right, let's look at SS Social Security. Payments. Yeah, I can't find it, man. I'll try to find it for the next stream. It was a crazy bar chart. That showed the comparison, and we were creeping up on Social Security. So I don't know what's going to happen there. So it'll be interesting to see how things pan out with this Trump tax bill. If it passes the Senate, it probably will. But again, it's not, all his other efforts are futile if you're just going to add another 4 trillion to the cost, to the expenses every year. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense at all to me. Let's see who we got in the chat room. Enzo says, I think Meta Planets, BlackRock, strategy. Companies included with states approving their Bitcoin digital asset reserves and countries. I see a 250 or 240K Bitcoin price easily right now. No, yeah, no, Bitcoin should be at, and I've said this so many times, Bitcoin should be at $1 million right now. Should be at million one. It's 10 times cheaper than what it should be. It really is. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you, but I do know what to say about Bloodalytics, boy. You better get yourself a subscription to this. Your TradingView account, you don't need you can use a regular unpaid basic level TradingView account to access this scalping system. It's on the 1 minute. Your TradingView accounts are basic levels, can do 1 minute charts. So check that out. Scan that QR code at the top. And also, if you need somewhere to trade, we got great deals going on. Actually, one ends, I believe, when does this end? Is it today? I don't think this one from WeX ends today, but I think my one with Blowfin does end today, the 22nd. So get over there, sign up, and get that bonus money from Blowfin right now. Scan that QR code and you sign up so you can get your bonus money. Okay, and definitely check out WeX. That's where I scalp trade. Blowfin is where we trade, swing trade, the algo. If you're interested in either of those algo services, the scalping, 1 minute scalp, or the swing trading, visit Bloodalytics.com. Links should be in the description below, or you can scan this QR code. Bada boom, bada bing. Get 1 free month of Bloodalytics right there. And we out of here, people. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Holla.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay.